Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and today guys, we are getting into what I'm hoping is the start of an amazing year of reading. Before we get into that, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel grow, and you can check the description box down below for links to all my social media, links to the Patreon, links to the Discord, and all of that wonderful, wonderful nonsense. Now, I am being very intentional with my reading this year. In fact, I'm hoping to see a 40% decrease in my overall quantity of books read from last year, 2024, into 2025. And I'm hoping to see a doubling increase in my reading enjoyment, because I can listen to my audiobooks a little bit slower, and I can take my time with these stories. I'm very excited. I've got a great stack of books here, as well as some manga. In fact, we'll start off with the manga. This is all just refreshers for me. This is the first 3 volumes of One Piece. This is East Blue Saga. I have been through East Blue through various formats at least 5 or 6 times, at least. Probably on manga 4 or 5 times, anime probably 3 or 4 times, and then I guess if the live action counts as well, I've done that as well. So I am joining a read-along with John from Talking Story, Zach the Storytelling Dragon, and a whole bunch of other people, and we are going to be going through One Piece, and I am doing volumes 1, 2, and 3 that I just threw off screen. Now on to the books. Jeez. Now, I am filming this slightly prematurely, but currently my patrons have yet to finalize which of the patron reads that will be happening this month. So it will either be Guy Gavriel's Lions of Al-Rasan, or it'll be David Gimmel's The Knights of Dark Renown. Whichever one happens, I am in for a fantastic time. I love David Gimmel, and I've been dying to dive into GGK. So if you do want to join in on the Patreon and you want to be able to vote on those sort of things, again, link in the description box down below. So yeah, one of these 2 will be read in January. And then, of course, the rest is just, it's going to be amazing. I mentioned John already, but a bunch of us are getting together to do Wars of Light and Shadow, and for that reason, I have Curse to the Mistwraith here. Just recently read To Ride Hell's Chasm. I love Janie Wirtz. This is probably my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my 8th Janie Wirtz book that I will be reading. I know an audiobook for this one does exist, but there's only a couple audiobooks currently out in the Wars of Light and Shadow. Hopefully more come out in the future, but this is mostly going to be a physical read this year. But I am so excited to finally check out Jannie's magnum opus with John and everybody who is going to be joining us, because that is just, whew. This cover is gorgeous, by the way. I don't know. And Jannie does the art, and Jannie's an amazing artist. So, yes. Now, this one is going to be one of 2 books, because I've yet to decide. But I'm going to hold up the placeholder. The placeholder is Legacies by F. Paul Wilson. This is Repairman Jack number 2. Now, the reason is I'm undecided where I'm going to go, because basically I read The Tomb last month, and I loved it. And that can either be book 1 of the Repairman Jack, which would then lead me into Legacies, or it was book 2 of the Adversary Cycle, which I now have the Keep on audiobook, and I could read that one as well. So it is up in the air between Legacies and the Keep. So if you have an opinion, please let me know in the comments down below which one of those I should do, and I will bow to the will of the people, of the viewer, of you. You have the power to decide which F. Paul Wilson book I read this month. So, just a little fun thing I'm doing in the comments. Now, currently, at the time of recording, I am about 30% into The Last Kingdom by Bernard Cornwell. And let me tell you what, I am really, really enjoying this series. So, of course, I'm going to put on the Pale Horseman to continue that journey with Uhtred, son of Uhtred. I'm really enjoying this. Usually Norse and like Celtic and like Danish stuff isn't my thing. But let me tell you what, here, there's a wry humor running through it that I just absolutely love in this series. So I'm very excited to continue with The Pale Horseman. Fantastic, fantastic. And then something I've been kind of, I had a night where I was just like, I want to just kind of read a couple pages from a random ebook that I had. And I also own this on physical. And I sunk in and I was having a good time. I was like, you know what? I should put that on my January. If I'm having a good time now, I'll probably have a good time in January. And so this is Justin Lee Anderson's The Lost War. I've got books 1 and 2 of the Eidyn Saga, Eidyn. I've probably butchered that below. If you know the pronunciation, again, let me know in the comments because I always feel really bad when I butcher it. But man, look at this cover. I know this was this is an SPFBO winner. I don't remember what year. I think it was like 2020, 2019, something like that. But yeah, the new cover art is awesome. And I have been really wanting to get into this series. And I've been reading the ebook here and there. And I was like, you know what? I just need to commit, carve out some time, and get this sucker read. Because it is a really good story so far. I'm only like 5% into it through just various cycles of reading. And then I've got this. I need to carve out time for it. And so we're going to do Freedom of the Mask. Freedom of the Mask by Robert McCammon. This is Matthew Corbett number 4, 5, 6. This is number 6 in that series. And I believe there's 9 and or 10 if you include 7 Shades of Evil. This is historical thriller. Matthew Corbett and Robert McCammon. What can I say? They're fantastic. They're dark. They're gripping. They're thrilling. And from where Matthew is currently at in the story, I am excited to see how he gets out of this situation because he has stepped in it within the last couple of books, and I want to see how he can get his way out. In fact, we've got a little bit of a thicker book here than we've had in the previous 2 entries, and I think that page count is warranted because when I say he stepped in it, he stepped deep in it in this series. So I'm just excited to see where he goes. And finally, like I said, I'm going to be reading less books. I've got an Alchemy of Mask and Mirrors by Curtis Craddock. This is book 1 in the Risen Kingdoms, and I'm going to be buddy reading this with my good friend Tori from Tori Talks. We've been talking about reading this for like 5 or 6 months, and it's time to dive in. I want to get into this. It's got like French steampunk sort of vibes with airships and princesses. Everybody I know who's read it has absolutely loved this, and I look forward to me loving it as well. These are the books that will be comprising my January TBR. I actually don't anticipate DNFing any of these. I am anticipating, now, of course, hindsight is 2020, but I am anticipating having a month where I don't have any DNFs because I'm being very intentional with what I'm trying to choose to read. And hopefully this will be the vibe going forward because I don't love DNFing books. I want to enjoy what I'm reading and I want to, get through my backlog. And so hopefully this works, and let me know in the comments what you are planning to kick off 2025 with. That's all I've really got for today, guys. I hope you are doing super well. Till next time, peace out, stay magical, bye. And as always, I'm going to give a huge thank you to my patrons. Thank you for supporting my passion and my hobby. It means the world to me.